Hello. Thank you very much for having me here. I'm Laura Garbštienė from Lithuania. I'm an artist and farmer and a curator. So I moved to countryside 12 years ago, around there. And before I was a video artist living in the city and making art. And then after a few years, when I moved there, I just founded artisan organization, and I had my sheep. So at beginning, yeah, art residency as it is maybe most important program we have. I will tell later. At the beginning, I will tell how I came to that. So about Verpėjos. Verpėjos in Lithuanian means the spinners, female. So about how we organize things, very kind of organism. I feel this Verpėjos, how it works like an animal. And sometimes we randomly find connections with some possibilities. But friendship is, I think, most important, because without that, I cannot be connected to people who is part of Verpėjos team. Because only me is living in the farm, and other people, we're just working together. They are coming from city, and I think they also one is I take as important member of the team is sheep. Together. So this is a first project I did, Verpėjos Symposium. It was art gathering of artists who we just raised the question, where is spinners in the countryside, traditional practitioners of the wool spinning, because local municipality is telling about that for tourists that it is a known place for local crafts. So we just made research, went to villages and didn't find any alive spinners, only old women who told stories about their young days, that their mothers, they would spin the wool for them in order to make blankets, woven blankets for their the something traditionally you have to have before getting married, the traditional. So it was really not connected to practicing. And just I said, okay, let's ask people if they want to learn how to spin with traditional spinning wheel. And we, of course, invited local two teachers, local women who still remember very well how to make it. So we did 2 days spinning workshop, and the main thing that it was not touristic event. I just made announcement. Those who has their own grandmother's spinning wheel somewhere left, and they appreciate this the object, but they really don't know how it works. So if they want to know, they can come. So we had also walks and talks around the area, and then we had a performance in the city as a presentation of the project in the gallery with the microphone and sound artist. So we wanted to make it hearable, how it works, the gathering of knowledge. Another year, I made another story, gathering of artists and researchers, and we made just a trip along one river and had discussions about how culture and nature meets in that area. We had lectures and exhibition. So we had also the train station in Marcinkonys village, which is the last stop of the train from Vilnius to Marcinkonys. And the big building is not needed anymore for because it's so little trains coming. So I have a space for art exhibitions there. So there's examples of how it is in how it looks like. Then now there is a story about my sheep travels to Nida art colonies, art residency in nearby sea in the Korean Spit area, very beautiful place, and I just applied for a residency, but I wanted to sell my sheep instead of me, so we just made a co-production with. So they went to at that time it was 30 Skudde sheep. Came because I live in the south of Lithuania. It was a completely different part of corner, and they were sent to have a nice holiday season. But of course, I was always wanted to collaborate with a natural park or a ecologist to be very useful for biodiversity management with sheep. So I was so happy that they were also interested, and they showed the little meadow in the structures in that area that sheep should graze and be very useful there. And near the art colony, we together announced first open call for artists who wants to be shepherds for the 1 month or 3 months. So we had first international shepherd residency then. And now, thank you, Ugne, for map. We have Verpējos residency location in the little homestead in Kabali village. And in the picture you can see it is in the south, it's just by Belarus border. And this is how it looks like. We have just a simple house, barns in Skudde sheep. It's always different number of sheep because they have lambs now, for example. Now we have 73, I guess, or 5. So this is our yeah, the idea is to invite artists, international. We have international open call. Depends on how we get budget, but usually we combine national, cultural funding and international. Forgot what is next. Okay, I will tell next. So, and then this residency was just for inviting artists who wants to make a kind of contribute to the making better. We just did renovation of the studio house together. So that's how I met Ugne. She came together with her husband, and we did very nice teamwork. Made the plastering of with clay, walls, and other very renovation in a very organic way. Then we had a visit tours in a project in France, visiting local farmers who also just wanted to make a research about small farming and how they make very local local lives with the animals and making things, bread and cheese there. So we made a project and with a few other artists and made a table who can travel. And this is Verpėjos creative pastas residency program. So the main thing is that artists are coming for temporary to be shoppers, and it is no production residency. As our farm is not production farm, so we don't produce and we don't give anything to consume. So it's important that artists can just work, experiment, and experience and try to find a connection with the non-humans which are around. And I think that this is the place for that. So also before they leave, we have an open event for people who just wants to know what we do from around the locals, and invite everyone. So then they can show what they find out. So we do presentations, but it's not the thing we are focused on. And artists are just going. We don't have shepherding in Lithuania, I think, anymore. But before, before Soviet times, I think people, every village had a habit to go from the every house, few cows, usually only cows, most common animal it was, and they gather it together and go for a day grazing, and then come back. So I think it's just more the traditional shepherding in the region which we don't have mountains. Maybe that's why it is like that. So now we do with our herd the same. Just go moving for few hours in the morning and then again in the evening, because during the hot days they didn't like to be outside. So artists having they have sunrise and sunsets every day, and then they this is I think what's very special moments. And we have another project about expedition research about local food. So it's in the process, but it's so important, I think, not to make something for locals what we think like event, because they have their own habit, but the visits. It's very important to meet them, to talk, to go to their house, and they are very happy. So we can get a lot of information about traditional, just knowledge with how they are, the basics of ecology. So I think it's just that it's kind of different, but it's the same as a very, very modern eco-philosophy. And we have a shepherd notes. The publications are a very amazing work team by our designers and artists in residency. So if you want to take a look, you will find some of those books in the back on the table. Also very new from activity we have from last year is radio episodes we do. Ugne is making. You have okay, so we can you can find it on radiovilnius.live, right? And so I'm happy that we have a very nice team of those who are most of it I think in English. So you know some. It's mixed sometimes. People are talking in Lithuanian, but mostly in English. So it's very nice way to tell about ourselves. Thank you. If you have questions, you can. I am here.